YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video, and we're going to be talking more about the Washington Commanders offensive coordinator search, as we have some more news revolving around Eric Bieniemy and the Washington Commanders. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, the Washington Commanders off-season offensive coordinator search continues, as we're yet to hire offensive coordinator. Ron Rivera is out here in California participating in a golf tournament, and while he's out there, he interviewed Anthony Lynn. And like I said in yesterday's video, if you missed that video, please go check it out. I said I believe Anthony Lynn is like one of the front runners and one of the guys that I believe we're going to end up getting, because he's a guy that fits exactly what Ron Rivera wants to do, and that is to be a run-oriented guy. That is to be a guy that is going to believe in running the ball, 2-to-1 ratio like they spoke upon, control the clock, and play good defense and stuff like that. Ron Rivera and Anthony Lynn believe in that kind of same thing. So I believe Anthony Lynn is a guy that, again, Ron Rivera is interested in. Now, here's some news that came out today. Again, we're not surprised at this news, but this is just confirming that these are true. So on Pat McAfee's show today, Ian Rappaport confirmed that the Washington Commanders is a team, one of the two teams that to look out for, that are interested and that could be landing Eric Bieniemy. That's a front runner to land like Eric Bieniemy, or front runner as far as interested into landing Eric Bieniemy. And along with that, it is the Baltimore Ravens too. So let me actually go ahead and pull up the actual tweet. So it says, Ian Rappaport just said on Pat McAfee's show that Washington and Baltimore are two spots to keep an eye on for Eric Bieniemy, who could potentially have full play calling duties as an OC outside of Kansas City. So that is the actual full tweet there. On the whole tweet there. And honestly, I'm not surprised that the Baltimore Ravens are interested in Eric Bieniemy either. And I think I was seeing an article that was basically saying that the Washington Commanders could possibly have to pay a lot of money to get Eric Bieniemy here, and I would not be surprised if that's the case too. Because he is a hot commodity. Again, this is a guy that for the past 2-3 years been trying to get a head coaching gig, but the reason why he has been unsuccessful is because a lot of people are realizing that he isn't the one that is actually running the show there in Kansas City on the offensive side of the ball. It is Big Red, is Andy Reid. And I understand why a lot of people are standoffish when it comes to that. However, you got to think, okay, he's been with Andy Reid for multiple years now, so Andy Reid is grooming this guy. He knows a lot of things. Andy Reid just took him under his wing, and he's going to eventually be another guy that is going to branch off from Andy Reid's tree. Okay, so it's not like this guy doesn't know football. Okay, he clearly does. And again, when he gets his opportunity, you're going to see a lot of similarities from him and Andy Reid's offense, because again, he's under his wing. And I'm not surprised that we're interested. However, a little bit of me is surprised that Ron Rivera wants this guy, because he talks about 1 to 2-to-1 ratio of running the football. And if you get a guy like Eric Bieniemy, you're not getting it. Okay. If you look at the Chiefs offense, you look at what kind of system he's coming from, they're more of an up-tempo passing, scoring really fast and moving the ball down the field, airing it out kind of offense. Okay, they run the ball a little bit, but they get creative in their runs. Okay, but majority of the time it's involving the quarterback throwing the ball. Okay, and as fans, as this team is constructed, that is a guy that fits this team the most. Okay, Eric Bieniemy, what he wants to do is what fits this team the most. Okay, we're not a team that relies heavily on a run. We're not a team that or should rely heavily on a run. We do rely heavily on a run because that's the kind of coaches that we have. You have old school coaches, but we shouldn't rely heavily on a run. We should be an offense that is scoring fast, having quick drives, having 40+ plays, happening on a kind of every game basis because of the weapons we have: Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, Logan Thomas, De'Ami Brown. We got weapons for days. So this team is talented, okay? And I don't think getting a guy like Anthony Lynn or Pat Shermer, I don't know. I feel like getting those kind of guys, Greg Roman, that's going to hinder this offense from actually showing its true potential because we're not a run first offense, okay? We don't even have one of the best offensive lines of football. As we know to this day, we are trying to rebuild this offensive line back up, okay? We need 2 new guards, okay? A lot of people want to, get rid of Charles Leno, which I don't mind upgrading from him. Like, this offensive line isn't like the best, so I'm confused as to why they want to do it, but I understand it because of the kind of coaching staff that we have. Okay, I think getting Eric Bieniemy is the best thing that this team could do because again, he's going to predicate this offense on its strengths, and that is passing the ball, getting the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that's the one thing that Ron Rivera has to do and realize if he's truly interested, like Ian Rappaport is reporting, if he is truly interested in hiring Eric Bieniemy, he has to realize that 2-to-1 ratio that he talked about, that he is preaching and wanting to do and run the ball and predicate this offense on running, he has to know that that's out the window, okay? Because Eric Bieniemy is coming here and he wants to pass the ball. He wants to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers and show that he can really dial up and create an offense that's going to be explosive. Because not only is he doing that for this year to help this team win, but he's doing it the bigger picture to show offenses and teams that are looking for head coaches in the next year that I can do it. That I can be that head coach for this team and have this offenses amongst the best, like an Andy Reid, like a Nick Sirianni, you know? And who knows? Maybe he could be auditioning for the Washington Commanders head coaching gig the following year under the new ownership, right? Like, the most perfect scenario is that Washington hires Eric Bieniemy. He does a great job. Washington still makes the playoffs, and somehow we fire Ron Rivera and give it to Eric Bieniemy. That's the best case scenario, right? But more likely than not, Eric Bieniemy is just coming here for 1 year to show what he can do. And I know a lot of people are like, "What? That's dumb. Why would we hire a guy for only 1 year?" Again, that's the kind of year that it's going to be for the Washington Commanders with the potential sale of this team, and more likely than not, it will be sold. Okay, you are basically everyone is on a 1 year deal. Okay, on a prove it deal from coaches to some of the players, right? Everyone's on a prove it deal. Okay, because you want to impress the new owner. So that's why Eric Bieniemy makes sense here because I mean Ron Rivera has to go all out to impress the owners. So if anything, Ron Rivera should be trying to get a guy that is going to help him win games because he is now again on an evaluation year. All right. And I don't think a Greg Roman, an Anthony Lynn, a Pat Shermer will do that. Now, Pat Shermer may be a little bit different, and I may be able to stomach him a little bit better because he actually has proof and he has a rap sheet and a portfolio of actually developing young quarterbacks, and that could be good for Sam Howell. All right, so that I may be able to stomach Pat Shermer a little bit, but the other guys, not a big fan of. Okay, and I believe Eric Bieniemy is the only guy that I think should get this job and should be the front runner of the guy. Okay, I take that back. Any guy that is predicating their philosophy on passing the ball and getting the ball in the hands of these playmakers. Now with the Ravens, if we were the Ravens, okay, and this is why I believe that he may be attracted more to the Ravens job because they have a better culture, they have a well-respected organization. John Harbaugh is a winning head coach, okay, and they have Lamar Jackson, or they're going to possibly resign Lamar Jackson, and that could be a big reason as to why. Who am I kidding? That is a big reason as to why Eric Bieniemy may be interested in going there. Okay, and he may be wanting to go there because of Lamar Jackson's ability and him being a franchise quarterback. However, we're not the Ravens, bro. They don't have as much time outside of Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. Who else do they have on that offense? That is true playmakers. Okay, they don't have a Terry McLaurin. They don't have a Jahan Dotson. They don't have a Curtis Samuel. Shoot, they don't even have a De'Ami Brown. I think De'Ami Brown could go on that offense and actually be a good high level number 2 for them. They desperately could use a De'Ami Brown in their offense. The Ravens don't have a good offense outside of Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. Their offense is not good. Okay, they're a running first offense, and I was listening to John Harbaugh's presser alongside Eric DeCosta they were doing their press conference, their end of the season press conference, and they kind of had the same philosophy as what the Washington Commanders want to do, and that is running the ball. But that is the Ravens' identity. That's not nothing new. They've been doing that for years. They've been wanting to predicate their offense on running the ball. We're different because we have actual weapons. So I think it would be much more smarter to go get an Eric Bieniemy here because he's a guy that believes in this new age of football, which rely on your quarterback a lot to move the ball down the field and throw the ball, okay? None of this rushing for 41 times and only scoring 15 points and getting the game over with at 3:55 and time of possession. Like, they don't care about that. They care about scoring, man, and winning games and moving the ball down the field as quickly as possible. And I think with the tutelage of Ken Zampese and Eric Bieniemy, that could actually help Sam Howell. And Sam Howell is a good quarterback that I think could thrive in an Eric Bieniemy system. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments section. There you have it. Again, Ian Rappaport says the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens are two teams that to watch out for a potential landing spot for offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy because he is interested in obviously calling plays. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Again, as always, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps to watch the Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped.